Hey, hey, good morning, everybody. Hope you're doing well this Friday, December 17th. Just had a quick video for you today as I'm working some NASCAR 164 die-casts here in my little toy shop. That's what you want to call it. So today is my daughter's birthday, and I was going through some different things that I've been doing for them for years. Is on their birthday, I'll make a car for them and I'll sell it and I'll give them the money for it, whatever it goes for. And so, interestingly enough, brought my daughter down here last night. She's 19 today, so this is getting a little old for her. But anyways, I showed her this Taco Bell car, and I said, she likes Taco Bell. You know what 19-year-old kid doesn't like Taco Bell, right? And so she's like, oh yeah, make one of those for me and sell it. That'll be cool. I said, okay, I can do that, but let me show you some other things, right? I said, I have this gold 2006 Matt Kenseth Bristol win that I just finished, and I'm getting ready to start sealing. I'll go over this in a minute, how much of a pain that was. But she says, nah, of course that's not a car she's interested in. So I was going to do that Taco Bell car over here. And I said, well, I also have this Ty Gibbs car. Nah, no interest, unsponsored, right? And I said, I also have this Monster Energy All-Star car. She's like, ooh, Monster, I like Monster Energy. So this was something that she was next interested. I said, you sure Monster over Taco Bell? She says, yeah. And I said, well, okay, well maybe you'd be interested in this then. And so this is where Travis, I appreciate you sending me some decals. I showed her this, and she was like, oh my gosh, the Monster Energy Zero Alta, zero sugar stuff. She's like, that got me through finals. So this is her car of choice. So I'm going to make this for her. And since her birthday's today, I'm already way behind, right? Probably should have talked to her when she came home from college on Monday. But anyways, so I've got this to make. I'm going to use this. Is this Elliott Sadler? Yeah. I don't know why they did so many of these one main paint schemes for Elliott Sadler. I mean, just flooded the market with these, and I don't know. That's like no interest, right? Anyways, they're relatively cheap, and the bodies are what I need, right? So, but the interesting thing I'm stuck in now is what color do I paint the car before I start putting these? This is a full wrap decal. So obviously it's going to be some shade of white. But I'm concerned because it's kind of like almost a silver kind of white grayish color. And so I may try to do something crazy and spray the flat white like I did with some of those Chase Elliott cars, and then spray maybe like a gray or a silver to go over it so it gives this little effect. And then I put this on there, and that way if any little bit shows through, it's not obvious that it's different from this decal set. But whenever you have this type of decal where there's pretty much a design or an off color in, or a fading of color in and out. I mean, you can see this color here is different than this on the back, and then look at the side, right? I mean, it's got this kind of gray down here, and then it goes to almost like a white up here. But then Rowdy signature is white over this kind of like this super light gray roof black, so it's not going to be easy to try to match anything. And so I can understand why you wouldn't order this with the background removed, because what's the background you're going to remove? I mean, it's all kind of integrated together. It's crazy. So this will not be an easy car to get it to turn out just right, but I'm glad it's not a sticker, and it's actually a water slide. So that should help a little bit. And I mean, you've got like little spare decals. See here, you've got these little lines here. This here, I could even, you know, use the spoiler, because I'm going to paint the spoiler black. I got this, you know, there's these small little decals here that can be used to fill in gaps or something like that. So anyways, I got to start this today. Her birthday's today. I got to get that going and get that auction up and running. So anyways, I wanted to show you guys this Taco Bell car because I was boxing it up yesterday to send over to Michael, and I saw something that I did not like at all, that I didn't notice before, and so I pulled it out and I've started to try to repair it. So what happened, this is what I think happened. Well, let me tell you what I saw. So right here, this was all kind of bubbled up right here. This purple top of this decal here was kind of bubbled up and creased. And it was the same thing on this side right here, kind of bubbled up and creased, and it didn't look good at all. Not that it looks great right now, but so what I did was I got out my brush and kind of, you know, started going over it and pushing everything down and trying to get the creases out. So what happened, and this happens to me sometimes with whether it's the Tamiya, it does happen maybe a little bit more often with the gloss coat, the Testors gloss coat product, but if I don't put a couple coats of the clear sealer down, and I say a couple, 2 or 3 really, and good coats, right? Not wimpy coats, but good coats. And I come over with the Tamiya or that Testors, sometimes that product will get underneath this the decal and will start curling it, you know, and bubbling it up. And that's not good, right? And that's what happened right here, right below this B pillar, right here in this area. And I think probably what happened was even though I think I put 3 coats of sealer on this car, I didn't get enough right here in this area. And when I put it on, I kind of went like this, and maybe I put it on too thick, and it kind of trickled down here, and it got behind this top edge of this large side decal, and it kind of bubbled it up and curled it up. So now I've been doing this, and I'm getting ready to go back and put some coats of clear sealer on it. It's not going to be the best, right? Maybe I can try to hide it so it's not an eyesore, but at the end of the day, and this side was really bad, to be honest with you. It looks a little bit better now. If I can get it to focus right there. But anyways, that's kind of what I want to do. I want to get these out in the mail today, Michael, if you're watching, and try to get these over to you before Christmas time. I know you've been waiting, waiting a good while, and so I'm really sorry about that. But you know, that's kind of where I'm at with this hobby. I'd like to go a little bit quicker and knock out some more die casts than I do, but it is what it is, as I'm trying to make each one really nice. So thinking if I just get a couple coats of sealer in this area, I'll be good. Try to match up the gloss to the rest of the side here. So thought I had like a fuzzy back here. Yep. Dark colored cars, you don't see the fuzzy so much. Lighter colored cars, at least this surface right here, right? You can see. See that? I don't know if you can see that. See that fuzz line right there? See that? I hate that. gone. So that's that. And then I'm also in the process of sealing up this Anthony Alfredo Speedy Cash. So I'm happy with the way this car turned out. You know, it's not 100% perfect, but I'm pretty happy with it. I got these kind of lined up here where I cut out that Sunoco and needed to bring that that black area even. Got it done over here too, so everything's pretty much done. Now I'm just, like I said, in the process of sealing it up, getting a nice gloss on it. Trying again to make sure I don't have any like little marks and, you know, little things. There was like a little blemish here on this roof, and you know, the sealer is good. And what I like about it is I can also use it kind of as a cleaner. I get it on there, and you know, I kind of rub with my brush, and I can get some of the maybe little marks or smudges off. Depends on what it is. You know, it depends on what it is. If it's paint, it might be a problem. But sometimes my fingers are touching the bottom of the car, where I've kind of, you know, touched up the underbelly, and sometimes it'll transfer from my fingers to the rest of the car when I'm handling it, when I'm decaling it. And there's a little bristle. My brush is getting old here. It's about ready to be replaced. But yeah, sometimes I can get it off with this, sometimes I can't. So my thumb's looking better. Pretty happy with it. It's been, what, 5 days? It's feeling a little bit better, a little bit more mobile it seems to be each day. So, to be honest, I was kind of concerned there for a little while, because I still have a little tingling feeling in my thumb where I nicked the nerve. I'm hoping my feeling comes back, but yeah. You gotta watch out using knives. You gotta respect them. I was not respecting the knife. I was rushing around, trying to cut up an avocado, trying to cook some cauliflower on the stove, trying to get some chicken heated up in the microwave, and just trying to get everything done. And I was rushing, trying to do that, cut up that avocado, and that was not smart. Oh well. I will survive. Okay. So that looks pretty good. I think I've got now 3 coats of the clear sealer on it. So I can now let that dry, and then I'll put a coat of the X22 on it, or the testers, and I'll be able to finish that up. And I got those 2 ready to go. William, I got your Ryan Preece all decaled. You know, it's funny how this was the second one I did, and how it went, you know, that much better. The first one, even though it turned out well, it just took me a little bit longer, and maybe a lot longer, as you saw in the video. If you saw my Mein Kampf struggle with that, but this one was a little bit easier, and you know, I was able to finish this up. So did that last night, so I want to let it dry a little bit more today, and then I'll start putting some sealer on it. But yeah, that one turned out pretty well. I'm pretty happy with that. This is the excuse me. This is the beginnings of your Brad Keselowski number 2 Dodge Charger Championship car. I'm super happy with the way this has started. This chrome paint is just looking sweet, and the cars come all back together again real nice. And so JB welded that thing last night, so it's ready to go. I can start decaling that today. So Sam put in a request first for this next Speedy Cash. I got a couple other people that want a Speedy Cash car based on my video, and so yeah, I'm gonna probably order another set of decals, to be honest, for Anthony Alfredo's Speedy Cash car, because I've got some people that want them. And this one I have, I'm using some different rims or tires because that's what I had available at the time. So you know, that's what's going on there. But yeah, Sam, when I finish this one, I'll get this over to you. And then I've got this Justin Allgaier car that I pre-painted the yellow here. It's not a perfect match to the yellow and blue on the car, but you know, it is what it is. And I put the Support Our Troops colors on there. Spoilers red, lower valences red, as this was a kind of a playoff car. I gotta touch up the spoiler. I just wanted to get the initial coat down, but you can see it's not a perfectly straight line just yet. Definitely hard to get the spoilers the right color. I'm sorry, the right just done right. You know, this is these spoilers on the Xfinity, you can see they're straight. There's no curve in them, and they're just hard, right? So I'm gonna have to be super careful to paint along here to get that red spoiler even across the bottom, and especially on here. It's gonna be hard to do that, but I'll give it a try. So excuse me. All right, so this Matt Kenseth 2006 Bristol win. Let me show you. Kind of walk through this car real quick. So, see the case? Real happy with the way it turned out. Trim these little posts down, and I just do a little silver over them once I get them as flat as I can possibly get them. Got this label on here, nice, symmetrical, relatively, top and bottom, left and right, so happy with that. It's not perfect, but when you're doing customs, it's hard to hit perfection. So you saw this car through, it took me, I don't know, a week or more to do it, just because I was struggling with how best to put it all together. So this is relatively straightforward on the back, but you've got to watch your spacing, right? There's not a lot of space here for this large Rinnai, for, you know, foreverhotwater.com logo, and then your Fusion, and then this bottom, you know, kind of saw blade look. And then there's some good trimming of the Carhartt decals for the side. For this up here, trim there. Again, I had to find a 17, which is not a problem. I got a lot of them, but put that on the roof there. Large side decal that stretches across all the way over here, and you've got to trim and tuck back here, and I had to trim the front for that to work. And then you've got this black coming up here across here with the signature, so you can't really separate that out. It's all one piece there. The 17, that was a difficult piece to get on there and lined up correctly, and then without any creases here on the front. You know, you got the silicone 2, the B pillar with the Ford, the USG, and the Craft singles there. Paint the roof lines, roof rails here with the black Sharpie, and it's weird the way they have that, right? You can see it's got like 4 distinct rails on both sides. It's weird. I don't know why it's not just one stretch, but whatever. Okay, so the front was just layer after layer of decals. So you have the black that comes from the side, okay? And then you have a black piece that goes behind the grill. And then you have this USG sheetrock piece with the gray trim that inevitably, when you lay it down, these little gray little pieces, they kind of fanned over here and fanned over here. So I had to get some microsole on them and kind of bend them up to line up with the rest of the with the side decals. So that was a little bit of a pain to try to get it. So there's a little tiny crease right here in this area as I kind of, you know, folded them up on top of that. But, you know, got it. I got it. So you can see there's a little bit of a seam across here right below the sheetrock. And then you have these separate kind of grayish silver decals that come up and over, right? Up and over here. They've got to go on. And then you put on the grill and the fog lights and this lower grill here and the Fusion and the headlights. And then you've got these sponsors here. I mean, just what, 8 of them that fit in. It's a little large, so it covers the 17 just a little bit. And then you've got the little Roush Racing decal right above the left side fog light. And then looking at the race-winning car, he had a couple pieces of black tape right here, so I cut those up and put them on. At least in the picture that I saw. I'm sure that might change throughout the race. So, needless to say, it was a hefty car. I mean, obviously you can buy the DeWalt regular 2006 Team Caliber or whatever it is, Motorsport Authentics car. But I wanted to make one in gold and specifically try to build one that looks exactly like what he drove in his Bristol win. So it is here. It's done now, and got the bottom all done. Yeah, Motorsports Authentics is the maker. Oh, and I can see how when I'm handling the car and everything, my fingers kind of rub on the exhaust and these areas here, and I got to go back and touch it up. Even if I clear coat it, it still will rub off because I'm handling it so much. But yeah, get that done there. A little bit here. Not that anybody will see this because I'm going to mount it in the display, but if somebody wants to take it off the display, and they'll see that the bottom has been touched up, so to say. So, all right, so that's that. Next step is to get that mounted and to get start putting some sealer on it and get that all working. But I was hoping to kind of get this done and list it. I was thinking again to give this to my daughter, the proceeds to my daughter for her birthday, but she chose the other car, so oh well. But anyways, for you Matt Kenseth fans who want something that is super unique, there you go. You'll see that in the coming days. Alright guys, that's about it. Today is going to be a busy day of sealing and decaling, and I could probably do some painting of some of the cars back here. Robert, I got some of your stuff to work, these Chase Elliott cars. And Isaac, just so you know, I got your box for that other Budweiser car, so I got that. And I'll be working yours here shortly. But yeah, and celebrate my daughter's birthday. So it's going to be a busy, busy day. Hope you guys have a blessed day and are just looking forward to Christmas and celebrating, remembering the birth of our Savior Jesus Christ. And it never gets old thinking of God sending His Son to be that sacrifice for us, that sinless sacrifice. It's a wonderful thought to go through every year. Not once a year, but to concentrate on it and focus on it once a year at Christmas time. And the God-man who changed the course of history for all eternity. You know, it's 2021 in the year of our Lord. And pray that you guys are considering him this Christmas and his impact on your life. And all right, so God bless you guys. Have a great day. We'll talk to you soon. Take care.